fun, but zombie movie will be fine.
I went into it completely blind. What was it like to ensure that We Bury the Dead stood out from the rest of the films that are in a similar genre?
Yeah, well, it was about being very specific and giving things a different nuance and what had been done and how can you make a zombie movie that can cut through all the other zombie movies. And, you know, there was original scripts of this that didn't even have zombies in them, but it was only when they started infiltrating the world of the film from a script level that the everything just started to sing a little better, and the situation that Ava finds herself in is then only complemented by the struggle of these zombies as well. So it came from a thematic point of view, and that was the only way I wanted to do it. Like does it service the story in a way I haven't seen before? And once I sort of cracked that code, it just elevated everything that was almost there on the page, but sprinkling them in and making them a part of it, and then how that just worked on a thematic level was just awesome.
Daisy, every character I've seen you play is so
It's interesting because it gives me a different approach to character. When I went back, because I had done 3 movies American, then when I went back to British, I thought, how do I do this? I can't remember how to do this. Because with accent work, I'm preparing in a slightly different way. But I always find accent work to be very revealing, because the way I do it is go through the whole script. We see what comes out, and a lot of the time it's just very helpful speaking it out loud anyway with a different person, and then sort of preparing week by week. But particularly in this, Ava is really the out-of-towner. She is in a situation that she actually shares with a lot of people in the film, but she has flown in to try and figure it out. And by virtue of her being an outsider and her country being responsible for this cataclysmic event, she is also shunned in some ways by the people who are there and find themselves blaming her in some ways for being.
Can you kind of tease us about how he fits in and what's going on in Australia right now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, Riley makes up the military component of Tasmania post-Pulse, you know, post-apocalyptic situation. So they've got civilians down there, which was always odd to me, that civilians have been brought into this.
Going back to that world now with your next Star Wars film, and you have films like We Bury the Dead and Clean Air where it's resting on your shoulders, you're going into Star Wars again with a brand new cast. So what does it feel like to kind of eventually go back to that world and be a leader without the Harrison Fords and marching in a new generation?
Yeah.
As far as all we know is that you're the only one.